Okay, Rocky, obviously big weekend last week playing in the Anderson Cup, but leading into the final two games of the regular season, what's kind of practice like? You got a bunch of affiliates here. You've got a home and home with Tri-City. What are you kind of looking forward to from here on out?
We're still in playoff mindset. We've been in playoff mindset now for close to a month, and it's nice to know that we wrapped up the things that are necessary for the regular season. We're very humble and grateful to have won the Anderson Cup and know what a challenge that is. It's been 22 plus years since we won one here in Lincoln, so we certainly don't take that for granted. But this weekend we have a chance to break the franchise record for wins in a single season. That's a pretty impressive accomplishment. We want to pursue that. We want to make sure we're playing the right way. Get some of our young guys some additional opportunities in maybe situations that they haven't regularly played in. But focus is 2 points on Friday night, last regular season home game in the Icebox, and we're excited about it.
Congratulations on the Anderson Cup.
Thank you.
That's a big deal.
It is a big deal. It's something that obviously it's always in the back of your mind that you want to pursue being the best team in the regular season. At the end of the day, you want to win the Clark Cup. You want to be the playoff champion. But the opportunity to be the number one seed, have home ice throughout the course of the playoffs, I think is an advantage and one we haven't been able to have the last couple years. We wanted that bye more than anything, and we were able to accomplish that. So we're proud of the regular season efforts, and we're looking forward to the challenge of the postseason.
How do you walk that line as a coach, celebrating the success? I mean, it's a long haul to win the Anderson Cup. So you want to be happy with that and celebrate that, but yet the regular season's not done. There's still a lot of hockey ahead, you think?
Walking the fine line is a great way to put it. You don't want the guys to get satisfied. We don't want them to feel like they've arrived and get complacent because they had regular season success. But you also don't want to skip it over. You want to stop and smell the roses, appreciate the accomplishments that we've been able to achieve throughout the course of the year. And we'll do that on Friday night. We'll have a celebration and a presentation of the Anderson Cup, and then we'll put that behind us, and we'll focus on what we need to accomplish moving forward throughout the course of the last weekend of the regular season, and then obviously moving into the Clark Cup playoffs.
What have you kind of learned about yourself and the players of your team? Where last year, we talked about this before, but a different situation of you guys weren't even really in the Clark Cup playoffs at this point, and now you're the top seed.
I think it's a nod to development, and we had a hole on our affiliate list in the 05 birth year. We knew that when we came in here 4 years ago. That prompted a lot of those 06s to play up last year, and we struggled a little bit because we were so young, but it creates an advantage because they get to learn together, they get to grow and develop together. And then they came back this year confident and had been through some adversity and some hard times last year. We were able to draft really well, add some pieces that have been impactful. And, for us, it's from a coaching perspective, you learn from the hard times just as much as you learn from the wins. And, this is 20 years for me. And, I've made a lot of mistakes along the way. I've changed the way I do things from time to time. That's not going to happen this year. We're gonna continue to make sure that every game is a really important game, and that's been our approach all year long. We're not going to change our thought process when it comes to playoff hockey. We're going to approach the next game as a must-win game, as we have for the last 60.
Good. All right.
Rocky, what else do you know about Friday's celebration? I mean, are you just solely focused on your boys and trying to play well this week?
Yeah, I know that.
About the festivities that are going to happen?
I know the commissioner and some staff from the USHL will be here to present the Anderson Cup to us post-game. I'm sure that we'll have a nice token video created by our wonderful front office staff before the game and after the game, and players will have an opportunity to gather around and take a picture, and then more than anything, that celebration will be for our fans. They'll have the chance to get their picture taken with the Anderson Cup. They'll be able to mingle with our guys, get some autographs. Our players love to spend time with our fans, and so we'll be present, available on the ice post-game for our fans to be able to spend some time with us, and then refocus on Saturday night.
So Dashel, just kind of walk me through that moment, the overtime winner. Obviously big moments on the stick this year. Your 23rd goal of the season broke the team scoring record, and then your 25th, secured you guys the Anderson Cup. What is it about those big moments where puck's on your stick and you just kind of be the guy to do it?
Yeah, just have confidence. I think been here for a while now, so understand that you need to be kind of poised in those situations, and yeah, just knowing that you can shoot the puck well and put it in the right area.
What has this journey kind of been for you, and kind of where you guys are now, how much that means to you to kind of right the ship in Stars history and kind of leave it off on going out on a good note? Yeah,
I mean, it means a lot. I mean, going into school next year, it'll be nice to leave juniors on a really good note, on a really good squad. So, yeah, just excited about what all the boys have done this year.
What's it mean to win the Anderson Cup? I mean, that's tough. It's a long season.
Yeah, it means a lot. I mean, looking back on it now, like, seeing how difficult it really was, like, I mean, that 13-game winning streak obviously really helped us. But, yeah, I mean, there were so many games that we probably could have lost this year, but we held on, and that's kind of, I think, the difference right there.
Did you guys know, like, right after the game?
Yeah, we knew going into that game that if we won, we would clinch it. I think we just saw the standings and saw, like, some of the losses on Friday night. So it was definitely in some of our minds, but, yeah, that was just a big moment for us.
Did you get a sense of what it means to this organization, the fan base especially? Because, I mean, it's been 20-plus years since Anderson Cup's come here.
Yeah, I guess I don't really know what it means exactly. I mean, I know that time gap is really large, but yeah, I think it's awesome. You know, hopefully there's a lot of fans here Friday night to celebrate with us. I'm sure that they'll be happy to see another banner in the stands.
Yeah, what's that going to be like on Friday? They're waiting till after the game, which makes sense.
Yeah, I mean,
that's going to be a pretty special moment.
Yeah, it'll be special for sure. I mean, you know, hopefully one day I'm back here and I can look up and know that I was a part of that.
What have you kind of learned about yourself and just kind of, you know, over these 4 years from where you started to where you are now?
I think just like kind of trusting the process. That's kind of what I've learned. Trusting that you're going to develop here, and that you know, sometimes it'll take a little bit longer than what you thought, but that's just kind of how juniors goes. Yeah, and I'm really proud of the adversity that I've gone through, and you know where I am now.
You superstitious at all?
A little bit stitious, not too much. A couple pregame routines, but that's about it.
Can you talk to me about the gray jerseys a little bit?
The gray jerseys? I don't.
Like
wow. They really. I don't know if it's just the fit on them or just the way they look, but we always seem to get the win when we're wearing them.
You're having a good year. What's been the key to your success?
Obviously, you know, it's team success, right? When individuals have individual success, it's because the team's doing well, and I can't give enough credit to my teammates. They've been able to find me all year, and I've been able to do the easy part and put it in the back of the net when a lot of times there's just an empty net there. So.
Winning the Anderson Cup's a big deal. It's happened since 2003.
Yeah, no, it's a huge deal, and obviously, you know, it's one of those goals we set at the beginning of the year. You know, obviously we're going for the big one. We're going for the Clark Cup, but the Anderson's it's a nice little trophy to have, and it's something to have at the end of the year to look at, and it puts a banner in the rink, so it's definitely cool for sure.
How'd you guys do it? Because I mean, this is the span of the entire year. You know, playoffs you just get hot.
Yeah, no.
So you got to be pretty consistent for several months.
Yeah, no, we were consistent throughout the entire year. You know, we kind of go with the momentum that, like, hey, we're gonna play with a playoff mentality all year, and that's what we've been doing. And obviously, it worked out that stretch where we won like 13, 14 in a row, and then we kind of rode that hot wave through January and February, and we won. I think we were like 19-1 through that stretch, and that kind of separated us from the rest of the league, and we were able to kind of finish it off this weekend.
But Caeden, this isn't the end. I mean, you still guys hopefully have a lot of hockey ahead of you. How do you walk that line of feeling good about what you just accomplished, but staying motivated to chase the Clark Cup?
Well, obviously, you know, we gotta move on. We can move forward. Obviously, you know, like we said, we kind of met down on Monday, and we were like, hey, let's enjoy this for a minute, and then realize that we got bigger goals ahead, and we got stuff coming look forward to.
That process you guys talk about all year long, how much easier is the process when the wins come along with it?
Yeah, you know, it's nice to, you know, look at the overall picture and look at the results, but at the same time, you got to look at deeper into it and look in the details. And I think, you know, at times, if you get really result oriented, then your team's not going to have as much success. But the whole year, we've kind of been looking at, even when we win, like, hey, what do we do wrong? What do we do right? And I think at times, you know, those little details have paid off down the stretch. That
weekend against Madison, obviously the Capitals scored first both times. When you guys score first, I mean, you have a historic record. I mean, you know, close to over 30 wins. How do you guys kind of bounce back and stay in the game where the other team kind of strikes first and you guys come back and take 2 games against them?
Well, I don't really think it rattles us that the other team scores first. I think, like I said, it's nice building momentum, getting the first goal. Like you said, I think we're like 30 and something when we score first. But I think, it's just kind of, you take a deep breath, you reset, and you go and you get the next one. It's not like we're trying to chase hockey games. Obviously, it sucks not getting the first goal, but I think at the same time, maybe it gets you going, it wakes you up a little bit, and it helps us motivate us for the rest of the game.
What's Friday going to be like?
It's going to be a win. So, obviously, hopefully, there'll be a lot of people here to see the Anderson Cup. And like I said, it'll be a cool skeptical to see. But hopefully we get the win and then break the record again.
But that's pretty special.
Yeah.
Have you envisioned, what it's going to be like you guys on the ice, and the commissioner's going to be here and give the trophy?
Yeah, no, obviously I'd be lying to you if I didn't say I thought about it at night. But I think, like I said, at the end of the day, we're there to get 2 points. And, obviously we got bigger goals in mind, so we're focused on that ahead.